It's Sean's fault I'm late, y'all. It's Sean's fault. 30. Hey, he ranks 30% more super chats. Amit, don't listen, Amit. Don't start it. Chauncey wasn't gambling on games. It was poker, illegal poker. So stop it. Xbox fans, what's up, man? How you guys doing today? It's been a rough month for us. Hey, look, look what came. Yeah. Thanks to you guys, it showed up. It was saying November 16th. Then a couple days ago, it said, yo, it'll be here Friday. Then this morning, it said, it will be here today. Yeah. Still ain't finished setting it up. But yeah, the thing is fire, man. It feels real good in my hands. Yeah. Listen, man, it went from I don't want a handheld to, yeah, I'm starting to get that FOMO feeling to you guys just flat out buying it for me. It's crazy, bro. You guys are awesome, man, but thank you very much. Dirt got the black one. Yeah, I got the black one. Sean said he would have got the black one too if it was available, but it wasn't available at first. Yeah, but they definitely got another shipment. But this thing is awesome, man. It's like you said, it's clean. It's real. It feels epic. So shout out to you guys, man. So dope. Last week's show was so dope, man. But you guys are freaking awesome. But look, we got some shit to talk about today. You guys know me. It's not going to be a doom and gloom podcast because I don't do that over here. I know other people want us to act a certain way. They want us to go on social media and do the TimDog. But we are going to discuss what's going on. We're going to discuss some of the things that's happening. But there's some positive stuff going on. Like Amit just said, Outer Worlds 2 has been getting great reviews. We're definitely going to talk about that. A couple days ago, Sarah Bond confirmed that the next-gen Xbox is premium and high-end. So, I can't wait to talk about that. Premium and high-end. Speaking of Outer Worlds 2, I don't know if you guys saw, but Digital Foundry said Outer Worlds 2 runs best on the Xbox Series X. That's including the PS5 Pro. Phil Spencer told y'all asses they didn't need the mid-gen refresh. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that as well as some other things, man. It's an interesting week, interesting month for Xbox fans, bro. Yeah, the PS5 Pro is dog shit. Absolutely. So it's a waste, bro. It's a waste. But, yeah, we got, fun show today, man. I did a video. That's the only thing. When I do a video the night before, some news drop where my video is not the right time to drop it. So I'll probably drop it tomorrow morning around like 11 a.m. It was about Helldivers 2, how the punk-ass ponies said it flopped. Like 2 weeks ago, they said it flopped because it wasn't in the charts. But Matt Piscatella told them, we didn't get the official numbers yet. Those guys went up there, it flopped, you Xbox guy. Yeah, so I roasted those hoes. So we're definitely going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to drop that video tomorrow. But today, this didn't seem like the right time to drop a video about that topic. But anyway, y'all, what's up? Let me go ahead and get these super chats so we can get this show started. Lord Starkiller with the 15. He said the 30% profit margin target was put in place by Amy in the fall of 2023. Through 9 months of 2023, Xbox had 12% profit margin. PlayStation had a 6% profit margin for 2023 and 7% in 2024. Yeah, I think they're at 12 now or 13 now? Their profit margin for PlayStation. Yeah, that's also what I heard. I heard that it did, after the ABK deal, she said, 30%. We need that 30%. But we'll get into that in a few. But thanks, Starkiller. The Angry Therapist with the 2. All that to pay for their AI investment. Whatever's the reason, we'll talk about it, bro. Adidas with the 5. I thought Phil boned these dudes' girls. Now I'm convinced the Xbox console took the panties of all the gaming industry girlfriends. Punks are mad. Bro, it's rough. The Xbox hate is on another level right now, man. It's on another level. I told you guys, like, it has affected my channel. I'm still doing fine, but you know, my channel, my views are lower than usual. I've been stuck. I hit 14,900 like a month ago. And it's like I got up to like 14.9, like 14,960. I was like, yo, I'm almost close to 15K. Bro, then you know, when all the negative, like this last month, is negative Xbox news. Lost a bunch of subs, gained some, lost some. So it's rough for pro Xbox content creators right now. But I'll tell you this. A lot of these pro Xbox podcasts are going ahead and dropping off the face of the earth. Oh, well. Oh, well. We ain't going nowhere. WBG ain't going nowhere. TTS ain't going nowhere. We right here. Xbox Echo Chamber ain't going nowhere. Kraken's Den might even come back. P-Lump ain't going nowhere. So, you know, listen, bro. We doing our thing over here. Blank with the 2. Amy can't come to my hood. WBG, you are not welcome here. Amy is doing her job, though, man. You know, I'm not defending her, but she's doing her job, bro. She's the CFO. Justin Boudreaux, the 5. Detroit Pistons legend Chauncey Billups got banished to the street corners. What the F? Yeah, it's crazy, bro. That's some crazy shit. Blank with the 5. Dirt, you didn't tell us you run the church in Detroit. You didn't have to embarrass that woman who brought 1,200 instead of 2K. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. Was that Marvin Winans or somebody? That was crazy, bro. Prolific with the 5. Dirt, can you put the Ally on the table or something? I couldn't see it in your hands. Now, Prolific, that's not nice, you asshole. That's not nice. That's not nice, damn it. That's not nice. Why would you say some shit like that? I ain't that damn black. Hold on, let me see. Is it? Hold on. Nah, man. Damn, it's kind of close, ain't it? Y'all ain't shit. Batman, The Darkest Night with the 2. God of War, epic. Spider-Man, epic. Xbox Ally X, epic. Yeah. Facts. Giggity 08, member for 15 months, had to take the last few weeks off from social media. Just sick of the negative news lately, but I'm glad to be back. Yeah, it's been rough, bro. It's been rough. Like I said before, the price raises, that was justified. The smoke was justified. But everything else, Walmart, Target taking the consoles off the shelves, that's lies. What was the other lie? They're canceling their next gen console. Ooh, that was lies. Now this, of course, with the Amy Hood stuff is not a lie, but you know, it's very interesting because most people were saying this shit. Most people was already saying. I remember Jess Corden, like this past summer, said he heard something about that. I heard something about it. I mentioned to you guys, Amy Hood told Phil Spencer, yo, excuse me, we got to figure out a way to make some more money. And I told you guys that I heard Phil Spencer, it was his decision as a response to what Amy Hood said to go multiplat. Okay, we got to make more money. They want the money. We got to make more money. So, but we know we'll get into that. Album with the 5. Phil and Sarah holding the ship together like Captain America and the helicopter. Amy and Satya making the calls, but ponies will still blame Phil. Always. Always, man. Breaking news, Michael Jordan in trouble. Yeah, right. Well, you know, Jordan does gamble a lot. Is that true? Is that true? Hold on. No way. I don't know. I'll look at it after the show. So anyway, game trailers with the 5. Look at the end of the day. It's a business. PlayStation also does the same multi-platform strategy as Xbox. 30% is a crazy number, but it's just a business. At the end of the day, you know, it tickles me when people say these companies are greedy. Of course they are. Of course they are. All these companies are greedy. But with Xbox, it's funny, bro. Let's go ahead and get into this. Hold on, let me do this. Timestamp. Let me talk about this real quick, y'all. Xbox gets hate, right? We know they get a lot of hate. So they have done some pro-consumer things. They have done some pro-consumer things like Xbox Gamepass. The Xbox Series S, if you guys watched my last video, I mentioned the Xbox Series S was something that was pro-consumer. They had the powerful Xbox Series X that was $500. They said, yo, let's also drop the Xbox Series S that's more affordable. And, you know, people roasted it. And when I say people, of course, I'm talking about PlayStation fanboys. They roasted it. That was a pro-consumer move, right? Now we're hearing rumors about the Xbox next console is going to be expensive. Now they're mad because it's an expensive console. So they do a pro-consumer move like the Xbox Series S, Xbox Game Pass. Now they're getting roasted for saying, fuck it, we're just going to put an expensive console out there. So they can't win. They can't win. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not an Xbox apologist. I'm not here to apologize for everything they do. But that's what happens. It's like when they do something pro-consumer, they get roasted. When they do something that's not pro-consumer, they get roasted. So fuck it, man. It is what it is, right? So y'all remember Xbox Game Pass, they called it Welfare Pass. They said Xbox Game Pass is for poor people. Hey, yo, Island Game. They said Xbox Game Pass was for poor people. They said Xbox Series S was a potato. It's a piece of shit. So they can't win, bro. At this point, no matter what they do, I have never in my black ass life heard anything about dev kits. I have never heard some shit about dev kits, the price of dev kits. Have y'all ever heard that shit? I am 49 years old. I have been gaming literally my whole life. I have never heard something about the price of dev kits. Have you guys heard anything? Have you guys heard anything about the price of dev kits? Listen, I am a hardcore gamer, so I always read magazines, the Game Informer magazines, Game Pro, Electronic Gaming Monthly. I would buy these magazines. I even bought Nintendo Power magazines back in the day, and I never liked Nintendo, just to get more information about gaming. I would buy those magazines with my little allowance my mother gave me. I would go to my local, I'm old, Perry Drugs, which turned to Rite Aid, right? Because it was one right by my home, my house that I grew up in, and buy those magazines. I have never seen somebody talk about the price of dev kits. But because Xbox raised the prices of their dev kits, it's all over Twitter. People did videos about the shit. The price of dev kits? Or the price went up on dev kits. How do you know this information? Did a developer call them like, yeah, you know what? Them pieces of shit, Microsoft, they went up $500. from 1,500 to 2,000. 1,500 to dev kits, Sega Visions. Yes, Michael Turner. I used to buy those, Mike. I think Sega had to order that one. Nintendo Power, I think you had to order that one too. But the other ones I used to go to the store to get. Like, are you kidding me? Then these fucking Xbox guys go on Twitter talking shit about dev kits. Are y'all serious, man? Are y'all serious? Oh, I'm like, come on, y'all. Dev kits, bro. I'm not trying to act like Xbox doesn't deserve criticism because they do, right? When it's deserved. The Xbox Game Pass price hike, yes, they deserve criticism for that shit. They deserve the smoke. But y'all want to go after them because dev kit prices? Come on, man. Come on. Oh, man. See, that's why people got so mad about the lies for the 2 straight weeks about the next gen console being canceled and then the consoles being removed from Walmart and Target. The ponies running out there say, "Oh, they removed the consoles from Amazon Europe," and then they're lies. They're lies. They're lies. Xbox does enough to get their own criticism, valid criticisms. Why y'all gotta lie about this shit? I'm sorry, I just had to go on that dev kit rant, bro, because I wasn't gonna do a dedicated video about dev kits because my rant wasn't that long. But come on, bro, I've never ever have I seen somebody talk about dev kits, the price of dev kits. Never. Blaze right, member for 18 months. I don't know if it's true, but if Amy Hood is asking for that, then she's delusional. Let the market do its thing. We'll talk about that, man. I mean, honestly, listen, it is what it is, man. They spend over $80 billion. They like, yo, we want our money back. But it's funny. They're in third place to do that. Yeah, you're third place. Damn it, we bring that money in, punks. But, we can get into that in detail in a few, bro. Corey Hale, thank you for the 5, my man. Shout out to you, Corey. Appreciate you, bro. As always. Strongium with the 5. If Amy Hood wants 30%, she should put on a miniskirt and join Sean on them street corners. Oh, my God, man. Listen, Sean got his Xbox Ally, man. He's off of the street corners now, right? Black Mamba with the 32 months. This is the issue with the entire industry. Companies want endless growth and have unrealistic expectations. I get shit costs money, but they stressing in industry. They stressing in industry. Yeah, the gaming industry, man, something's going on with it. Xbox is having their issues. Well, it's not really issues. It's just they're doing different things. They're doing different things. And this past month has been an absolute shit show with the bad publicity for Xbox this last month. I don't know if it was Sean or somebody, I think it was Ray or somebody mentioned it, that Linus Tech guy. He rarely talks about Xbox. I think it was Ray mentioned. He said he done like 3 anti-Xbox videos in like 2 weeks. I don't know, man. It's pretty rough. But I know some people want guys like me or Sean or these pro Xbox channels to go out there and do the TimDog on our channels, and I'm not doing that shit, bro. We're going to discuss this. We're going to discuss this like adults. No need to respond to niggas on Twitter. Dirt, you should feel this way. Dirt, you should do this. You should be mad. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to do. Dirt, you should want to fight Phil Spencer. Dirt, you should want to kick Amy Hood in the vag. Like, don't tell me what to do. I am a grown man with my own feelings, my own emotions. Thank you, Black Mamba. Railski, remember for 16 months, a lot of these dudes lost the plot a long time ago. Shit ain't even about the games no more. It ain't even about the game. Bro, it ain't. I'm going to save your shit, Railski, because I got something to show after the rest of these super chats. Prolific with the two. Ray see more pipe than Drano. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Thank you, therapists with the 5. They only care about the dev if it's a negative to Xbox. At this point, I don't trust a lot of these so-called Xbox guys going on Pony Podcast to talk shit. Yeah. I told y'all I don't trust none of them. The only guy I really fuck with is Web Dave. Rand comes on once a year. I still rock out with Iron Lords, and that's, you know, I missed a couple guys I'm cool with. Like I'm cool with Plume Network, Hargeet. No, it's a couple guys, but yeah, man. Raise the Ultron with the 2. Sean saving to upgrade to the X when it's available. Yeah, that's what he said. He want the X, but he don't know if he'll be able to get it now. Carl Weed with the 5. Some of the biggest cheerleaders of Xbox acquiring ABK and other publishers like Take-Two are now crying about the consequences. People like Uni and TimDog. You know, Carl Weed, I openly admitted that I didn't see. You guys are more business savvy than me. I openly admitted on this show last year that I didn't understand and I didn't know the ABK deal would affect Xbox like this. That's all I said. I said, yeah, I didn't know they would affect Xbox the way that it has. Going multi-plat, price increases, layoffs, studios shut down, games being closed. I didn't know it would affect it like that. I should have thought about it with the amount of money it cost, but I didn't think about it. I was just thinking about, yeah, we about to get ABK. Let's talk some shit. Yeah. And I'm just being honest about that. But I'm like, whoa. It really has affected Xbox. But at the end of the day, those other guys was cheering for it too, like you just said. TimDog, Uni, they were cheering for the ABK deal also. So in my eyes, that means they didn't know it was going to affect Xbox like that either. But they won't admit this shit. I will. You know, punk ass ponies clip me saying that. Woolly Gamer, bruv. I said this would happen. I don't listen to you. Reforge. See, I told you guys this is going to happen. Shut, you was crying about them having a monopoly, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. See, I learned a long time ago, no matter what you say, if your pro Xbox ponies will talk shit about you no matter what. I'm glad Boomstick is learning this. I'm glad some of the other guys that tried to avoid the console wars learning this. Fuck these ponies. Because they're going to talk shit about you regardless if you try to avoid the console war or if you're openly in the console war. They're going to talk about you regardless. So me, I'm going to hit back anyway. Fuck them all. You feel me? Let me get this supers. You guys are awesome, by the way. Big Bad Mo, member for 26 months. History shows it never happened before. Y'all gone, get that money. Left my ass up. Do you use armor off or lotion? Come on, man. Big me money. That's not nice. You be shining. Black ass reviews win. Hey, man. How do I use armor off or lotion? I use cocoa butter like everybody else, you asshole. P Lump, America for 21 months. How do you feel about the handheld? I can care less about what anybody got to say. They don't have Microsoft money. Sit back and let them cook. Yeah, I don't know. I had to update it. The shit took about an hour, and I still don't think I'm done. But the shit, it feels amazing, man. My wife was, oh my God, that's cool. It's like, yeah, baby. Yeah. The homies came through, you know. Simple Jack with the 10. Sean got the Ally X. He spent the rest of the money on $2 holes. He never leaving the street corners, especially now that he can play games while waiting for customers. Oh my God, man. Railski, you posted something, and I want to show something. Let me do this timestamp right quick. Hold on, let me write this. Because I need to write it in detail because my black ass will forget what the hell I was talking about when the show is over. So I got to remember exactly what this topic is. Of course, I can listen back to it, but that can be time consuming. When I first started doing super chats, I used to actually go back and listen to the show, and that shit took forever. My boy Chauncey Billups. God dog. Here it is. All right. So let me share this right quick. Make that 26. What Railski said, let me show what he said. A lot of these dudes lost the plot a long time ago. Shit ain't even about games no more. Railski, you're 100% right. 100% right. Because let me show this. This is from who posted? Let me give him props to send the Gaming Prophet NYC. Give him props for posting this. What you said, Railski, it ain't even about games anymore. It used to be about games. Remember those days when Xbox didn't have no fucking games? When PlayStation had all the bangers? That's when it was about games. Remember that? It ain't about games anymore, clearly. Because first-party games, look at this. Avowed, South of Midnight, Oblivion, Tileborn. I'll take Tileborn out. Because it's not made by Xbox first-party team. I'm just being nice. Doom the Dark Ages, Tony Hawk, Grounded 2, Gears of War Reloaded, Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm going to take Ninja Gaiden out. Because they don't own the IP and they don't own the team that made it. I know they published it, but I'm just taking it out, just being nice. The Outer Wars 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Who got the games? It doesn't matter anymore, clearly. Railski, you're exactly right. It just doesn't matter anymore, apparently, right? Nintendo got their little games here. Cool. And PlayStation got one first-party game this year. I took out Towerborn and Ninja Gaiden just so people can't put Death Stranding 2 up in that bitch. Even if Death Stranding 2 was up in there, look at that. That's sad. That's sad. But it's not about games anymore, right? Oh, my boy Doodle Jenkins is the one who told me about Linus Tech Tips. My bad. I know somebody told me that shit. He said, yo, I was the one that told you that shit. Thank you, bro. My boy DDJ. He like, nigga, I told you. Okay, my bad. I got to give him his props. Give him his props. I knew somebody. I know I heard that shit somewhere. But anyway, like the homie Railski said, man. Y'all, I vividly remember those days when Xbox didn't have the bangers. When Xbox didn't have the games. Ponies roasted them for it. Early in the Xbox One PS4 generation, when Xbox had the games, they didn't have the power. Ponies roasted the Xbox One for being weaker. Do you understand it's a trend here? Whenever PlayStation doesn't have the advantage in something, that's where they change the narrative and roast them about something else. Early in the PS4 generation, PlayStation has shit, but Killzone and what's that Mark Sony game? What's the name of that punk ass game? The Mark Cerny game. I can't even think of the name of it. And it had a sequel. Help me out, y'all. Why am I drawing a blank on that punk ass game? Knack. Damn, Knack. They had Knack and they had Killzone. They had Resogun on their list for bangers for the PS4. That's how bad it was. Resogun was made by Housemark. It was like an R-type of shoot. It was probably a good game, but it was a small game. They had Godzilla on their list because it was exclusive. They had Tropico 5 on their list. This is shit I remember from listening to Next Gen 720 and crap and mooching them. They say, yo, look at these guys' lists. Well, Xbox had games. They had Dead Rising 3, Rise Son of Rome, Forza Motorsport 5, Titanfall. Yeah, some of those games were third party, but they were exclusives. It wasn't until they got Second Son, Infamous Second Son in 2015. until dawn 2015, but they didn't have no fucking games. So they roasted 720p Xbox, 720p Xbox, 900p, 1080p. That's what they roasted. But what happened? When Xbox got the power with the Xbox One X, they didn't have the games. When PlayStation lost the power, then they had the games. So then they was roasting Xbox about not having games. So what's happening now? PlayStation don't really have the games. They have Ghost of Yotei, and I'm sure Ghost of Yotei did fine. It did fine. They don't have the games. They have the power, kind of. On paper, they have the power with the PS5 Pro. But, you know, when I talk about the Outer Worlds 2, you will see they don't really have the power, right? Now, Xbox has the games. But Xbox has things going on, right? With the price hikes. I will repeatedly say this. They deserve smoke on the price hikes. No doubt about it. Then 2 straight weeks of lies. PlayStation fanboys running with it. Not just PlayStation fanboys, these content creators like the Ackman and Linus Tech Tips, these guys is roasting the shit out of Xbox. Killing them. Destroying them. Now we hear this shit about Amy Hood today with the 30%. Now, is it really a surprise? We knew they wanted their money back ASAP. Phil said it in an interview last year, or was it earlier this year? He said they've, spent a lot of money on us. They want their money back. I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like that. I forgot what interview it was. It was earlier this year. So now we heard some details about it. And we're going to talk about it, but it's really no surprise at the end of the day. Microsoft is a successful business and they want their money back. All companies are greedy. I don't give a shit what nobody say. All companies are greedy. Shit, bro. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's all about the games, right? It used to be, but they don't give a shit about games anymore. Clearly. So Railski was right. Gaming Profit NYC was right for posting this chart. That's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say about that. P-Lump with the 5, Xbox Ally X, Epic. You will enjoy it. You have 2 more updates you have to do after that. That's when the fun begins. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, bro. Definitely. I just want to show you guys that, this shit came today. Thanks to you guys. P-Line with the 2, the pickle pullers in the community kills me. It's crazy, bro. Karma Guy with the 5. If ponies will put their focus on making PlayStation great again and less on what is or isn't on an Xbox, PlayStation might make more games. Salute, Dirt. And you know what? I don't want to go out here and try to deflect and say people are worried about Xbox, but they need to worry about PlayStation. Because I think PlayStation is in a place where they're not as... Well, let me change it. They're not in a good place as they usually are, or they was in the whole PS4 generation. They're in a different place right now where they're not getting talked about because of all this shit with Xbox. Yes, their console was selling well. Yes, they're profitable. But they're still trying to figure out how they're going to maintain a high profit margin. If Marathon flops, what most people think it will, that's going to hurt them, bro. But because Xbox is the talk of the town, because they're the biggest topic right now, PlayStation is getting off scot-free. They just had a pretty good game drop, good review score with Ghost of Yotei. Good for that game, bro. I think the game's going to sell well. Then they have Saros and Wolverine next year in Marathon. So we'll see what happens. Thank you, Karma God. Prolific with the 2. Sean got a 3-tier cheek subscription now. #streets. Did you say 3 cheeks subscription? Yo, it's 3. Rock with the 5. Honestly, that's why I don't care what these people think. They're going to talk noise and change the narrative regardless. These people are irrelevant. Always. They're always going to change the narratives, bro. And I've been in this community way too long to expect any different from them. They always change the narrative. Always. That Xbox has no games thing that shit was lingering for like 5 years, bro. Obviously, they can't talk like that anymore. That's when the organic growth thing came out. Do y'all remember that? With Xbox, they roast the Xbox for not having any games, any studios, no developers. So when Xbox start buying developers, publishers, and shit, then they start roasting them for that. They started the organic growth. Organic growth. Kyler Moriarty. Well, every studio that PlayStation bought, they actually worked with them before. He was talking about Insomniac mostly. Insomniac was organic growth. Bungie wasn't. Do you guys understand this? I've been here way too long, man. I know how everything works. They said, Xbox needs some games. They ain't got no games. They only got Halo, Gears, and Forza. They only got 5 studios. Then when they go out there and buy studios, oh, that's not organic. Y'all know I ain't lying. That's not organic. They just going out there buying shit. What are they supposed to do? What do you want them to do? They tried to start a studio from the ground up. That shit is difficult. The initiative, remember what happened to them? You might as well buy it. Carl Weaver Defied Linus started doing those videos the same month he did a show complaining about his views being down. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but interesting. Because I thought he was just a tech channel. Then all of a sudden he doing videos bashing Xbox. But those videos get numbers. Yeah. Those videos are getting numbers for him. Karma God with the 10. Even the top ponies like Colin are being flown out to preview games. Ponies wish PlayStation had a community like Xbox. Dirt, we going to get you to LA next year. Road to LA for Dirt and Shine. Yo, talk that shit, bro. Appreciate that. Simple Jack with the 2. Has PlayStation bragged about Yote sales? No, they ain't said shit. Which, honestly, I think the game did fine. I'm not expecting it to do better than part 1. Because that's not something that has been happening this generation. Every sequel did worse than part 1. Something about the PS4 gen, their games was banging more on the PS4 than the PS5. And I think just because PS4 came out in 2013, that's 12 years ago. There are some different gamers on this planet now that really just fuck with Roblox, Fortnite, and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the consoles, the PS4 and the PS5, they're close to each other as far as sales. But they're not buying as many games as they were last generation. And I think because games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Roblox, the sports franchises, more people are just playing those games. And I still think a lot of people went to PC. That's the only platform that's growing. That's it. That's why their sequels, Horizon Forbidden West didn't do as good as Zero Dawn. God of War Ragnarok didn't do as good as 2018. Spider-Man 2 didn't do as good as Spider-Man 2018. Yeah, you guys catch my drift. I mean, like, the game still sold well, don't get me wrong, but not as good as the first ones. Last of Us, but that was some PS4, sorry. Dan Lazaro with the 5. Seamus said in the Xbox doc that people on the inside were always trying to kill Xbox. We might have to look at this as an inside job. You know what's crazy about that, Dan Lazaro? Let me do a timestamp about this. See, I love the super chats because sometimes you guys say something and make me think about some shit. and I want to do another topic. Let me do it also as always. Xbox as a side bitch. Let me put 40. Microsoft always thought of Xbox as a side bitch. I remember Phil Spencer and some other guys said, they was like, just go play in the garage and don't bother us. Because the original Xbox, they wasn't bringing in the money like, of course, Windows was. Microsoft was about Windows. So the Xbox brand was just some side shit. And they treated it as such for years until 2017. When Phil Spencer convinced them to invest billions of dollars. So when that happens, things changed. When they invested billions of dollars, over 80, 90 billion dollars into gaming, that changed a lot. So, of course, the traditional Xbox brand we knew and love is not the same anymore. But at the same time, what they're offering me, I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me. Dirt Griggity. I can only speak for me. What they're offering me, I'm pretty pleased with it. Whether this is a third-party handheld or whatever it is, I'm pleased with the product. Well, I haven't played it yet, but trust me, I will be pleased with it. Talking to people that played it, So I think them investing the money they invested in Xbox, I don't think that means they're going to kill it. Now, if Xbox don't make the money they want them to make, I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I just think that's why they changed their whole strategy. Thank you, therapist with the 5. Everything, this damn camera, bro. Everything they clown us for became PlayStation. Bungie is a better buy than ABK. Bungie ushered in the failing of those games as a service at PlayStation. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's some funny shit. Karma God with the 5. PlayStation could sell off Insomniac and the ponies will blame Insomniac. But when Xbox sold off Tango, they blamed Xbox. PlayStation gets no smoke. Yeah, so now people are already saying, they're about to fire, like some other studios. And that could happen next year. I'm expecting some more layoffs in the future. But, this shit is crazy right now, man. This is crazy what's happening. Jimmy Mack with a 10. Watch RGT85's video disputing Sarah Bond's claim that exclusives are antiquated. He proceeded to cite the list of best-selling games on PlayStation to dispute her. Now, one was exclusive to PlayStation consoles. Listen, bro. The exception is Nintendo. And we know their game budgets aren't as much as Xbox, PlayStation, or even third party. I like exclusives, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I like exclusives, but I am aware and I am mature enough to understand shit change. I understand things change, man. Some people don't want things to change, but I understand it. I understand when Phil Spencer in 2021 said Bethesda games are going to be exclusive. Yeah, he said that shit clear as day, and I celebrate it. I made videos about it. Said, kiss my ass, pony, Starfield exclusive. Yes, I have to take L's on those videos. Because, why? Shit changed. They bought ABK. Some other shit changed. The gaming industry changed. Do you guys think PlayStation wanted to put their games on PC? 10 years ago, would PlayStation have even considered putting their games on PC? Probably not. What happened? Things changed. The budgets of games went up. The PlayStation consoles alone was not enough anymore. So things changed. Come on, man. It's not that hard, bro. It's not that hard to understand. When people bring up a old ass quote from Phil Spencer from 2021, yes, he clear as day said that shit. But like I said, shit changed. I know we have said plenty of things in our personal lives that changed. You ever told a bitch I love you and I do? I told the bitch I love you and I do. In holy matrimony, bitch. To live and to die. 5 years later, I was like, deuces, shit changed. I'm just saying, y'all. Shit has changed, man. You ever told your girl, damn, baby, I love you. I love you so much, girl. I wouldn't rather be nowhere else. As soon as you finish, like, get out of my bed. Shit changed in 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Just that quick. Like, get out of my bed. I'm about to go play the game. I'm about to go play 2K. Get out of my bed. Dirt chose Shimu. I did not choose Shimu Magnum. Well, yeah, I did, but but things change, bro. That's just part of life. Things change. Things have changed with Xbox, clearly. Yes, Phil Spencer said Bethesda games will be exclusive. Yes, I took L's because I did videos saying it's exclusivity. Kiss our ass, ponies. Jim Ryan said, we believe in generations. Clearly, some change in because they didn't believe in generations. They had their biggest games on PS4 and PS5. So that happens, man. Let's stop trying to act like everybody is perfect. I'm tired of this shit. These niggas be putting out shit for Phil Spencer from 2012. Y'all remember Phil Spencer said this? Shut up, man. Shut up. Karma God. And I just thought about something. I have receipts from years, right? Shit that Pony said for years. So I will pull up a receipt. Now tell me, Pony, what has changed? Does your view change now? Or are you still the same piece of shit that believe what you said in 2016? There you go. Common Guy with the Fire. Ponies are deflecting their anger with PlayStation for the lack of games and showcases to Xbox, who was literally keeping the games industry afloat. Facts. And thank you for reminding me how they stopped giving these whole showcases. They just stopped giving them showcases. Say, yeah, like imagine your wife say, yeah, I'm not cooking your punk ass dinner no more. Only sandwiches only sandwiches and chips moving forward, bitch. What if your wife says that? That's what they did with the ponies. Listen, y'all ain't getting no more dinner, but y'all ain't getting sandwiches. Snacks. You can have some pretzels. You can have a bologna sandwich. You can have a grilled cheese sandwich, but I ain't making you no Thanksgiving dinner, you asshole. That's what ponies want. Ponies want that Thanksgiving dinner, and PlayStation won't give it to them anymore. They'll only give them a sandwich. Occasionally, they might get a big announcement at one of these shows, like a Wolverine, a Ghost of Yote. So, meaning they might get a corned beef sandwich sometime or a nice special sandwich, but they won't get that dinner anymore. PlayStation said, no, you can't have that. We will not give you the dinner that you want. Only sandwiches, bitch. We might get you some salt and vinegar chips if that's what you like. Oh, man. Gushers for dinner, the Game Shark. Yeah, but things change, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Karma God. Jay Remember with the 5. Nadella, the worst CEO that constantly oversees Microsoft, accumulates almost $80 billion a quarter. Hard to get rid of a CEO that does that. Listen, bro. When you're a man, let me take that back. A person of power like that. When you're a person of power, you're going to have to make tough decisions. Some decisions people are not going to like. Your employees are not going to like. But their main goal is to make sure Microsoft or whatever business this person is in charge of is profitable. Us, the consumers, unfortunately, sometimes we get the bullshit. We got to deal with the price increases. We got to deal with sometimes when there's internal things going on at a company. We have to deal with the shit. Back in 2017, 2018, 2019, we had to deal with the lack of games while Microsoft was figuring out what to do with the Xbox brand. Yes, that was happening. We know that was happening late in the Xbox One generation. Hell, in the middle, actually early in the Xbox One generation, Microsoft was internally discussing what to do with the Xbox brand. So us gamers, after 2016, we didn't have no damn games besides Halo, Gears, and Forza. So we had to suffer while they was trying to figure shit out. So that's what happens, unfortunately. The consumer, we're the one that get the shit. We're the one that got the $30 Xbox Game Pass price hike. Because they're like, yo, we need this money. Okay, well, increase the price of that shit. We need this money. Okay, we'll get rid of exclusives. We need this money back ASAP, Phil, Sarah. Okay. Shit, shut down so-and-so. Shut down Perfect Dog. We can save some money this way. Like, you ever go through some shit in your personal life? I did this literally the other day. I have Comcast cable, and I said, we don't watch none of these damn pay channels. We don't watch Stars, HBO. I have HBO Max, so everything they show on HBO channel, we have access to on HBO Max. I had Showtime. I had Paramount Plus. Everything on Showtime was on Paramount Plus. I said, I'm getting rid of all of these pay channels because we don't watch these pay channels. I saved like $40 off of my cable bill. So if a regular person like me look at things and say, what can we cut? What can we do to increase profit margins? Well, okay, let's do this. Yeah, I need that 30%, you pieces of shit. Let's get rid of Perfect Dog. Let's get rid of Turn 10. They ain't doing shit. Yep. Let's get rid of, let's keep Compulsion for now. Okay, let's get rid of yeah, Tango Gameworks. Them all they do is drop flops. Let's get rid of them. Okay. So we did increase. So did we already increase Game Pass? Yeah, we increased it earlier this year. Yeah, do that shit again. Okay. How about the console prices? Yeah, increase that shit too. Yeah. But with third place, nobody's gonna buy. I don't give a fuck. Increase that shit. We gotta. So you know what I'm saying? So if a person in their personal life is going through stuff like that, like I just mentioned what I did with my pay channels, then I look at, do I need Hulu? Damn it, camera? I need a new camera. That's what I need. Do I need Apple TV? I don't watch shit on Apple TV. So, yeah. That's what happened, bro. But a person of power, they have to make tough decisions. Decisions the consumers don't like. You think Amy Hood is on social media looking at who's calling her a piece of shit? No. Karma Guy member for 4 months. Salute you, Dirt. I hope you're enjoying your ROG. Hopefully it changes your perspective on handhelds. I'm gonna catch the full replay tomorrow. TTS, brother. Thank you, Karma God. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on now after the show, finish updating and have some fun with it, bro. These skills H-Town define buying ABK made Microsoft start holding Xbox to a higher standard. Honestly, I am worried about the future of Microsoft nickel and diming Xbox to death. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because there's definitely some truth there, bro. Definitely some truth there. I can't even lie about that. But they want that money back, baby. They want their money back. All right, y'all. So let me go to my bookmarks. One Man, Dark Man. The Outer Worlds. Okay. Jazz said something about Phil Spencer being the only reason Xbox isn't pretty much done for. TimDog still crying. What do TimDog want? Do he just want us? I told you so. Is that what he wants? I told you so. Shit. I told you so. All right, so let's talk about this real quick. Even though I've been talking about it pretty much the whole show, we've been talking about it, sprinkling it in. Let's go 56. All right, so Windows Central said Amy Hood, CFO, is the reason things are crazy at Xbox right now, forcing the division to target an insane 30% profit margin. Now, of course, like I said, we've been talking about this the majority of the show. It's crazy, right? I guess people are saying the average, let me change that. Most gaming profit margins are around like between 12 to 20%. She want 30. She want 3-0, baby. So like I told you guys, the things that's happening with Xbox, I believe, is pretty much from this, because of this. They want that money back, bro. The profit margin at Xbox is profitable. This started in fall of 2023, like the homie Lord Starkiller said, because I heard the same thing. Because I heard at the end of 2023 is when they decided to go multi-platform. That's when it happened. So she wanted 30% after the ABK deal was finalized. The ABK deal was finalized. Yes, it's over. She instantly sent emails to every Xbox executive. Yeah, that profit margin going to 30%, you pieces of shit. Flat out. The advantage of having a company like Microsoft is their wallets. But that's also a disadvantage, because if you don't make money fast enough, if you're not valuable, they will let your ass go. Now, Microsoft has literally invested billions into the Xbox brand. So they obviously want it to work. Whereas PlayStation and Nintendo, PlayStation is the biggest thing at Sony right now. They can't, like Sony can't afford to not have PlayStation. Nintendo, of course, is their own thing. Sony can't afford to not have PlayStation. They can't afford them to not be profitable. Sony will shut down. If Xbox shuts down, Microsoft is not going any damn where. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Jazz Corden said, over the summer, I said on my Xbox 2 podcast that I heard a rumor that Microsoft was forcing Xbox to deliver a 30% profit margin. However, unable to land enough concrete evidence. I hope the insane figure had been hearsay. It must have been right. Apparently it isn't, because Dina Bass and Jason Schreier revealed that Microsoft CFO Amy Hood is indeed asking Xbox to meet an accountability margin of 30%, which is far, far in excess of reasonable targets for the video game industry, and in particular, the gaming hardware industry. So, yeah, this is it is what it is. Microsoft is also rapidly hiking prices, harming customers while laying off literal thousands, reducing any semblance of goodwill. Yeah, so, this is what's going on. Jez said, I've been writing for a while about how my sources have been blaming Amy Hood for the major issues at Xbox right now, as Microsoft double down on short-termism and shareholder pandering over long-term goals. So, yeah, man, this is what's going on. It's an update. Okay, let me see what this update says, y'all. I'm sorry. Microsoft has provided the following statement. I didn't see this. Let me read this live. I didn't see this. Microsoft has provided the following statement, which was offered in parts on the original report from Bloomberg. We take a long-term view in how we run our business and set goals. We aim high but stay flexible, knowing that success doesn't look the same across every project or priority. We look at the business as a whole and balancing creativity, innovation, and sustainability across a diverse portfolio of offerings. As with any creative business, sometimes that means making hard decisions and stopping work on things that are no longer working for a variety of reasons, and shifting resources towards the projects that are more aligned with our direction and priorities. And while each team and project might vary from each other, one goal we share across the whole business is to make great games and deliver experiences our players will enjoy for years to come. Okay, that ain't really say shit. So anyway, y'all, they ain't really say shit on that. They just, you know what? Let's just paraphrase what they said. If you're making a game that's taking too damn long, that we're not sure if it's going to be a hit, get your ass out of there. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, State of Decay 3. There's a microscope on those people over at Undead Labs. I told you it was Perfect Dark, Everwild, State of Decay 3. They can only keep one, and they chose State of Decay 3. They let Everwild go. They let Perfect Dark go. Those three games were similar as far as those games were announced a long time ago, and those games still had a couple years from being ready to go. In Perfect Dark case, they had a lot of years. A lot of years, right? So they chose State of Decay. A tier is a level. I know a tier is a level. What the hell are you talking about there? What are you talking about, prolific? I know a tier is a level. What are you talking about? The Detroit education system failed you. What did I say? I know a tier is a level, bro. What the hell are you talking about? I don't know what that shit was about. So yeah, State of Decay 3, they say, okay, this game has the most possibility to be profitable, which I agree out of the three games. But they're on the clock. Y'all remember that movie Life where like Eddie Murphy said, "We on deck." That's it. We on deck. On deck for what? The upper room, nigga. The upper room. When Jesus. They on deck. They better come through. If State of Decay 3 ain't popping, I'm pretty sure Undead Lab's gonna be out of there, man. But then you have studios like Compulsion, Ninja Theory. They're smaller studios. Their games don't cost as much as some of the other games. We know Ninja Theory makes money from their mocap studio. Compulsion. South of Midnight didn't do all that, right? I love the game. The game was great. I hope whatever their next project is can make, get critically acclaimed. When you have a small studio like that, they know that game is not going to sell millions upon millions. But they want that critical acclaim from Ninja Theory and Compulsion. That's what they want. Yeah, I know Undead Labs is a small studio too, but they're making a multiplayer game. Pretty much a games as a service. I'm pretty sure State of Decay 3 would be a games as a service. Right? So a studio like Double Fine, a game like Keeper, right? Even though it got like 78, 79 Metacritic, it's still getting praised for being a great game. An original IP that's just fantastic. Those smaller games, those smaller studios, that's important. They know those games are not going to sell 15 million. But if those games get enough love, they get nominated for Game of the Year and things like that, that's good. Because that means this critically acclaimed game is attached to Xbox. But if you have something like South of Midnight, it didn't sell well and it wasn't critically acclaimed either. Those are the games they might be like, yo, man, why do we need this? Me personally, I love South of Midnight, bro. I loved it. It was an original game. Love the story. I love, like, the combat was average, but everything else was spectacular. Even the graphics was really good to me. The game didn't do great. Hellblade 2. I love the game. Y'all know the graphics on another level, but people's like, yeah, it's a walking simulator, which it is a walking simulator, but I love the game. Yo, I've been playing Keep on my Xbox Series X, but this seemed perfect to play some shit. Yeah. Never had a handheld in my life, y'all. This is my first ever handheld, thanks to y'all. And this bitch looks beautiful, bro. Looks beautiful. My doctor gotta go to the my wife gotta go to the doctor in a couple weeks. I'm taking this shit with me. So yeah, South Midnight was great, man. Great game. But you know, I'm loving it. Ninja Gaiden got pretty decent reviews. The Outer Worlds 2 was getting really good reviews, bro. I love it. Giggity with the 2, even your camera's like, F, where is he at? Yeah, you piece of shit. Rich Petri Dish with the 5. You got the 1080i resolution camera, brother. Nah, but I just ordered the Ally X after your chat. Also, Ace's website has a firm for people worried about money. Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't even realize that. Thank you, bro. Trez Baby, member for 21 months. I think Composer, Ninja Theory, NXL, and Obsidian successes are not measured by sales. Absolutely. 100%, like exactly what I just said. It's not about success, sales. Plus, Obsidian, they workhorses, bro. They dropped 3 games this year. Avowed, Grounded 2, and now the Outer Worlds. Obsidian ain't going nowhere. Obsidian ain't going nowhere. Because they putting the work in. Their games are getting good reviews. And look, they're a hell of a studio. And I told you guys, because Ty Howard said it today at the Fallout Day or whatever it is. They're working on more Fallout games. I told you what I heard. Obsidian is making Fallout New Vegas 2. Bethesda's making Fallout 5. And they're doing Fallout 3 remake. Not sure who's making that. So they got some shit coming, bro. Listen, man, I'm sorry. Xbox ain't going nowhere. No time soon, brother. They ain't going anywhere. Listen, I know there's been a lot of bad Xbox news. Some of it fake, some of it legit, but they ain't going nowhere, bro. Drake Williams, man, the chat showed the brother love last week, man. So, yeah. This whole thing, the 30% thing, man. Like I said, it's not a surprise. All companies are greedy. I don't care what nobody says. All companies are greedy. I started off the show talking about Xbox. They did do some consumer-friendly things with Xbox Gamepass, the Xbox Series S, and people roasted them for that. So, you know, at this point, it's they got to do what they got to do, bro. They got to do what they got to do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They got to make the money. She want the money, bro. Next year, they got Forza Horizon 6, Gears of War E-Day, Halo Remake, and the Halo show is tomorrow, so hopefully we can find out what's going on with that. They got Fable. They got some bangers, bro. They got bangers. Bangers. So, we'll see what happens. Demo Flow, what's up, homie? Member for 24 months. Wait till opponents find out that Sony would like to increase their profits too. Of course they want to increase their profits, you know? So yeah, Amy Hood, she's the CFO and she wants the money. So she is part of the reason, well, pretty much the main reason why Xbox is different nowadays. They're raising the prices. Like, man, they tried to raise the price of the Outer Worlds too. People's like, nah, we can't do this. We can't do this. Not yet. Like Sean was saying on TTMS. Once Grand Theft Auto comes out at $100, I think most publishers know they can't make their game $100. But I'm fully expecting the games to be $80. That shit is going to open the floodgates. because GTA 6 is going to be 100 and everybody's still going to buy it. But everybody, every game, every publisher is not equal to Rockstar. That shit is going to be $100, bro. Then I think you're going to see what happens. Because don't forget, Mario Kart Worlds was $80 also. Nintendo got away with it because they're gangster. Nintendo was gangster. They said, yo, you pieces of shit. We're going to make this punk-ass plumber and all of his hoes driving around in vehicles. We're going to make this shitty game $80, and y'all are going to love it. Yeah. Yes, these two punk-ass brothers driving in vehicles. And the whole princess, the big-ass gorilla, and the rest of their punk-ass friends, they're going to, yeah, we charge 80 for that. And y'all ain't going to say shit about it. And guess what happened? Nobody said shit. Zip. Mario, oh my God. Nintendo's charged $80 for Mario Kart World. What? They're charging what? Nintendo's doing what? Do you hear? Nintendo's charging $80 for Mario Kart World. Xbox was charging $80 for the Outer Wars 2. Ah! Ah! What? Oh, how dare they? Ah! I can't believe they would do this. Ah! Same website. Nintendo charges $80 for Mario Kart World. J Love, don't do that to yourself, J Love. Don't come in here with that bullshit. My boy Amit had to take you out, man. He had to take you out, man. J Love.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
Don't come in here with that bullshit. How much did they charge for Juggernauts? Dirt. I don't know, bro. Prolific with the 5. My bad. I misunderstood you. I'm in the middle of my workout. You should try out Ball Pit and Gamepass. It's a perfect handheld game. Yeah, people told me that. I definitely try it out, bro. Jigga J, remember for 54 months, Dirt, does your Xbox Ally make you have to check in online every time you want to play your games or nah? I don't know. I haven't started playing them yet, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to do that, right? Triz Baby with the 5. I don't know why this is new. She said during the trial, we need ABK to start making money right away. Did she say that? I don't remember. But yeah, they want the money. So Amy Hood said, yo, we need the money, Xbox 30%. And Xbox have to oblige. Apparently this has been going on since 2023. The news just got out. So obviously it's nothing different now. Jason Schreier must officially got the info from one of his sources. So yeah, we knew things were changing in the Xbox, and this is why. This is why. Now, why are things changing the PlayStation though? Who's the Amy Hood at PlayStation? That's a question we want to know. What's the answer? Jason's source was TimDog. Oh fuck! I told you. I told all of you pieces of shit. Xbox is dead. Xbox want profit. Microsoft wants profit. That's bullshit to want profit. They're dead. Phil Spencer is retiring in 3 days. They're going to shut down Xbox. And they're going to sell Perfect Dark to Nintendo. And Mike Ybarri is my new buddy. Fuck off, Phil. I feel lightheaded. I think I lost too much weight. Bro, oh, I forgot. Bro. It's only gonna get worse for you, bro. I'm telling you now, bro. It's only gonna get worse. All right. I've been talking my ass off. It's an hour and 15 minutes into the show. Yeah. Interesting topics. So Amy Hood, yeah, she's running shit. Amy Hood is running shit. So they better get that 30%, baby. Let me play this real quick. Craig Miller calls out PlayStation. Let me play a little clip. Jay Barry actually posted this clip because I will admit he's been pretty vocal about some of the issues with PlayStation. But I'm going to play this Greg Miller clip and tell me, do you guys agree with what Greg Miller said? Let me share my screen.
It's not true, really, when you covered PlayStation. I guess it's not true, really, when you think about it. But 8 years at IGN being the PlayStation team, then for sure doing PS I Love You for so long and 2 spurts and all this different stuff. But PlayStation and Greg Miller have been synonymous for a long time. And so I am not talking about the quality of the products, the games, or anything to that point. But in a lot of ways, I sit here and I don't, for me, not the quality of the games and the products. PlayStation has lost the sauce. Like, I don't feel that connection to PlayStation anymore, which I think, of course, is, well, it's not my beat, so I'm not a part of it on that level where I'm talking in blah, blah, blah. But to your point, they don't talk.
Yeah.
The fact that PSX is gone, that there's just no, I feel like, for me, PlayStation is just devoid of a personality now. And I don't mean that as a person, because, of course, you could look at State of Play and talk about Sid. You could talk about Sean, people I know incredibly well.
Yeah.
I know so many people at PlayStation there. But I mean, like,
what is the fan culture of PlayStation?
that's what I'm talking about. We had I this is definitely, we lived it. We even when you were in the industry, you were there for this PlayStation.
I mean, I went to PSX 2017.
PSX, and we're making videos, and here's how you share the game, and you got Jack Trent, you got Kevin Butler, you got, it's like, this is fucking fun.
And I think there was also the levels of, I mean, we talk about them talking and not talking.
Yeah. So, I understand what he's saying. He's saying PlayStation don't say shit nowadays. They don't have PSX shows anymore. They don't have showcases. They don't say anything. That's something that Xbox does that gets them in trouble sometimes. They talk a lot. They're doing interviews. Sarah Bond just had an interview. Phil Spencer have interviews. They talk a lot, which I appreciate. I know you guys appreciate it. PlayStation don't say shit. The last time they talked, they was reading off the teleprompters. Herman Holtz and whoever the other people was there, they were reading off of teleprompters. Maybe that's a good thing they don't talk. But their fan base wants them to talk a little bit more. Greg Miller said he doesn't have that connection with PlayStation anymore. And I'm going to tell you, listen, y'all know my story. I was a PlayStation guy before I got the original Xbox. I don't really have a connection with them assholes. But last generation, they was a little different. They were different in the better, like they were better last generation. This generation is dog. I don't care what nobody's. The PS5 to me is dog shit, bro. PS1, classic system. PS2, classic system. PS3, ass. PS4, good system. PS5, dog shit. That's my personal opinion about the PlayStation consoles. I still say the PS3 was ass. The PS5 is ass, bro. I played the PS3 more than I played my PS5. I beat God of War Ragnarok on the PS5. And I beat The Last of Us 2 on the shit again because I played it on the PS4. Then I said, let me beat this game again because I kind of rushed through it the first time. Let me take my time to play it. Those are 2 games I beat on the PS5. The shit is just sitting there. I occasionally cut it on for some new gameplay for my videos. Every time you see PlayStation gameplay in my video, it's just the same damn clips. Jay Barry said, I've been beating this drum about PlayStation for a while now. Just ask Sean Layden. But shout out to Greg Miller and Blessing for pointing this out on a grander scale with kind of funny. The PlayStation fandom feels cold and divided. I miss the PS4 level of communication. Not saying this gen is bad, but we've experienced actual community events like PSX, and that's missed. Well, Jay Burrow, you got to realize they don't have any fucking games, bro. I think there's one thing you're missing. They don't have any games. They can't talk about something they don't have. You can't make like they can't talk. They don't have any games. They canceled 10 games, bro. They don't have it like that right now. And moving forward, I really feel they're going to have 1 to 2 games a year. And Xbox is going to have a lot more games. Lost Soul to say, oh, Force 1, I forgot about that. Ooh, the ponies distance themselves from that game. Ooh, they distance themselves from that game. For real. So Greg Miller, so honestly, I understand what he's saying. They don't have a connection right now because PlayStation ain't saying a word. They ain't saying a word. So I get it. I get it. Corey Hale, member for 21 months. Dirt, what's the first couple of games you're going to play once all updates are final? I'm not sure, bro. I'm really not sure. If something, probably I'm going to put Keeper on there, you know. Probably just like some of the games that's Xbox Play Anywhere. Then I'm going to look through Steam and everything. Because I got to make me a Steam account. I don't even have a Steam account. So, yeah. Godfall. What are you talking about Godfall for Spoken? Oh, those games was ass, bro. Oh, my God. You brought up... Godfall. Goodness, bro. Remember that game came to PS. Like, remember they were saying at first Godfall was only possible on the PS5. Then they put that shit on the PS4. Then it went to the Xbox and nobody cared. I know nobody give a shit, bro. Yeah, crazy, man. All right. So let me share my screen because this was something we talked about earlier this week. That Xbox is getting smoked for this. Let me go to my one-man dark man. Here it is. Xbox got smoke is getting smoked for this, y'all. They're getting smoke. Next, Xbox will be high-end and curated, teases Xbox president Sarah Bond. The next gen console will be a very, note she said very premium and high-end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away. Oh, so very premium. What does very premium mean? So it's going to be expensive, right? It's going to be expensive. Now, I do believe this will be their last first-party console. Will Xbox, I know they're going to have more OEMs. Will they, like, I believe Jazz Corden said, the first-party console is going to be somewhere in the middle as far as price, probably like $1,000. But he said they will have OEMs that will be cheaper. Well, he didn't say this. I'm kind of guessing this. They will have some OEMs that will be cheaper. But they're at the point they don't care. They're not trying to compete with console sales anymore. They lost, bro. They're not competing like that anymore. They know they're not going to outsell PlayStation and Nintendo in console sales. They're done with that. They're figuring out another way to make money. And they're not selling no console at a loss. Those days are gone. Long gone. Long gone. They're not trying to go head-to-head with PlayStation with console sales. See, that's what ponies still want them to do. Ponies want them to do that because they know Xbox will lose. Ponies going up there and look at this. Their console going to be third party. Their console's going to be third party. They're getting out of consoles. No, they're not getting out of consoles, not yet. But they want them to compete the same way they have competed, the same way they have lost. If a boxer keep on going up against this other boxer, the boxer keep on whooping his ass, are you going to keep on fighting the same style, asshole? You keep on losing too? Xbox said, fuck it. We just going to fight in a totally different, we're going to change sports. We're going to go to MMA now. We're going to try to do it a different way. Like I said, bro, the ponies want it. They want Xbox to still fight the traditional way. The shit hasn't worked. I don't want to go back to 2013, but they lost all of their momentum right there at the beginning of the Xbox One gen and never got it back. Done. Finished. Never got it back. So these ponies want you to steal. Yeah, Xbox, just go head to head with PlayStation like you used to. No. Why would they do that? It's the next gen Xbox is going to be a hybrid. We say this all of the time. What's the only platform that has grown, that has seen growth? The PC platform. Xbox knew this back in 2016, damn it. Put our games on PC. Put our games on PC. They've known back then. So now they're going to make their console a hybrid. The freedom of a PC, the convenience of a console. What is the PS6 going to be? What is it going to be? Let me find that. Let me see if I can really see. Hold on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they have to do something different, bro. And this next console is going to be special. It's going to be special. I don't think they know. They know the game ain't going, I mean, like the console ain't going to sell 50 million. What the fuck am I looking for? Damn it, where's that shit at? They know ain't going to sell 50 million. They're just, it's frustrating because these punk ass PlayStation fanboys still want them to do the same thing. They're getting out of hardware. They're doing this. They're doing that. Bro, how many times do you have to say it? They tried to go head to head with the piece of shit PlayStation and they lost both gens as far as console sales. So why would you want them to do it again? Why would you want them to do it again? You have to have a different strategy, bro. You have to have a different strategy. And like I said, what is the PS6 going to be? Is that a gray hair? Well, no surprise. With the PS6, Sony cannot do the same thing they have been doing, says former PlayStation exec Shuhei Yoshida. He's been pissing PlayStation guys off by playing the Rog Ally X and playing Xbox games on that bitch. Let me he's been pissing them off. He said, even I cannot tell the difference between some of the graphic capabilities. He said he can't tell the difference between improved graphics. 5 years into the PS5 life cycles, there has been discussions on its improvements over the last generation, as well as what the next generations of consoles could bring. Interview with SkillUp. So he wants to see Sony bring something different. PlayStation is the most interesting thing because Moore's Law has matured so you don't get as much benefit. Yo, so he's saying they need to do more than just have better graphics, bro, because the graphics ain't gonna look that much better than they are now. I've been saying that for a long time. Y'all know me. If y'all listen, the homie's been in the chat every week. Y'all know me. I'll be telling you guys how that jump from the PS1 to the PS2, from the PS2 to the 360, that jump was there. Those jumps are gone, man. The next Xbox console, the next PlayStation console, that jump ain't gonna be shit. It will probably have better frame rates, but that's about it, man. So what is the PS6 going to do? They're just going to have another traditional console. We know what Xbox is going to do. Only thing that's going to happen, they're going to have the same situation, but the budgets of these games are going to continue to get higher and higher and higher. They're not going to have a hybrid like Xbox. Are they going to have a handheld hybrid? I don't know. What are they going to do? Maybe Yoshida knows some shit, but he said they need to do something different. Acknowledging a rumor Sony may be working, on a portable handheld, Yoshida admitted that may be very attractive to all of these people who have libraries of games on PS4 and PS5. Up until Jim Ryan, it's always been our generation, the first generation of PlayStation leading the company, whatever. That ain't my shit. So, yeah, at the end of the day, he's saying, what are they going to do, bro? What are they going to do? GTA budget was the rumor it was a $2 billion budget, bro. $2 billion. Liberties. Did I mean to say libraries? Whatever. So I just want to know what they're going to do, bro. In 2027, 2028, we know the hardcore gamers are going to buy the traditional box. But who else? Yes, you're going to get some casuals, of course. But I'm telling you guys now, the same thing that I said how the PS5 generation PlayStation exclusives isn't selling as well as the PS4 generation is because more people have went to PC and these casuals just don't give a fuck. They're playing the same games, bro. They're playing the same games. They're playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft. They're playing the same games. Why people come here just talking about shit? Ninja Gaiden 4 is worse than Ninja Gaiden 3. Was I talk about Ninja Gaiden? The fuck? Oh my god. So Yoshida said it, bro. They need to do something different. And I think that's 100%. They need to do something different. Xbox figured that shit out. They need to do something different. So does PlayStation. Because just having a slightly more... Listen, excuse my French. I'm trying to stop cursing. I'm trying to stop the cursing. What? Oh, was that mystical? Little kids be listening to me. I'm trying to stop the cursing. Teaching some bad words. The people be getting nervous. But why? What in the fuck did the PS5 Pro do? I almost lost my train of thought. What did the PS5 Pro do? No, I'm joking strongly. I'm joking strongly. I'm not gonna stop cussing, bro. But what did the PS5 Pro do? It was double the teraflops as the vanilla PS5, right? What did it do? Why is Xbox Series X still running games better than the PS5 Pro? Yoshida is 100% right. Next, the PS6, the next Xbox, what is it going to do, really? Seriously. Better frame rates is the only thing I could think of. Native 4K in all games. We thought it would be native 4K in all games this generation. I think the Xbox One X had more native 4K games than this generation. I know shit was running at 30 back then, but what? So he's right. The PS5 Pro ain't did shit. So the PS6, I don't think gonna do much either, bro. The next gen Xbox, I don't think better frame rates. Like the PS6, better frame rates. But what Xbox is giving you, they're giving you additional shit. They're giving you a PC hybrid, PC console hybrid, Xbox Play Anywhere, Xbox Gamepass. They're giving you other shit to do with your console. PlayStation say, yo, here, take this PS6. What else can it do? Huh? It plays Netflix. What? That's motherfucker. That was back in 06. Nah. What else can it do? The Xbox can play Steam. They can play other launchers, other stores. Hell, I can play PlayStation games on my next gen Xbox console. What can this PS6 do? Well, we can play Xbox games. Yeah, that's because Xbox putting them on that shit. But what else can it do? Oh, it's getting late. I gotta go. No, you piece of shit. What else can it do? It's just a more powerful PlayStation, sir. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. So now games are gonna take 8 years to come out.
Dirt Griggity, shut your black ass up, Dirt Griggity. Shut up. It's only going to get worse for you, bro. They're getting out of hardware. Hey, Dirt Griggity, fuck your Rog Xbox Ally X, bro.
TimDog. Good old TimDog, man. TimDog, he's I really think he's like on some I told you so shit. I never said TimDog didn't know anything. I don't think none of us said that. I said, stop crying, bro. Going on Twitter every day crying. Come on, man. I never said he doesn't know shit. I just said, stop fucking crying. And he continues to cry. Goodness, bro. Damn. I'm telling you, bro. Look at this, man. I know Sean had showed this yesterday on TTMS. He said it's only going to get worse. Not even the closest people say Phil is innocent, is wrong, blah, 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 blah. But this is the point that got me laughing. Guys like this Jazz guy, the gaming grindhouse, Fonz Gaming, Crap Gamer Mooch, and a few others will have me for life. Ew. They'll have you for life. They believe me and they didn't say things about me that weren't true. They didn't call me crazy. They listened. Shout out to them. We'll be doing podcasts strictly with them. Oh, that's a luxury. Yo, guess who we have on the podcast today, guys? TimDog.
Thank you so much.
Hey, TimDog, you still ain't got a new mic?
No, bro, don't have a new mic yet. So thank you for inviting me on your podcast. I appreciate you inviting me on your podcast because you guys are the only ones that believed in me.
They believed in you. The fuck does that mean? They believed you? They believed in me, bro. They believed in me. Crap Gamer. Don't forget, I still have that video of him and Crap Gamer arguing.
I like the guy.
They believed in you. Because you was bashing Xbox? They believed in me.
I love those guys because they believed in me. Mooch, thank you for believing in me. When people said I was crazy and I was nuts, You believed in me, bro. Crap Gamer, my buddy from 2014. You believed in me, bro. People said I was out of my fucking mind. I'm only doing podcast. I'm exclusive. I'm only doing podcasts with you guys. Dirt Griggity black ass better not ask me to come on his show ever again, bro. Anybody else, bro? I'm exclusive to you, Fonz. I'm exclusive to you, Jazz. Yes, I'm exclusive. Unlike Xbox, bro. I'm not going on Xbox. I don't know. Fuck Xbox, bro. But I will go on Crossfire anytime you need me. Just call. I only want to be with you guys, bro. We have exclusive relationships. Because you guys believed in everything I said, bro. And you don't mind my dog shit mic. I love you guys. Bye-bye now.
The fuck? They believed in me and they didn't say anything, say things about me that weren't true. They didn't call me crazy. They listened. Shout out to them. We'll be doing podcasts strictly with them. Well, honestly, I'm happy to hear that, TimDog. I'm happy to hear that, man. Kudos to you and Jazz, whatever his name, Jazz 7780, Fonz, Crap Gamer, and Mooch. Kudos to them for being able to get you on their podcast to roast Xbox. I need the Godfather music. That's what I need. Congratulations, bro. I'm happy for you. I'm happy. Look, y'all got to get out of here, man. Listen, tomorrow I do have a video coming out about the Helldivers 2 thing. Video might do shit because it's kind of old news now, but I got to drop it. I did the video, you know. I'm not just going to let it sit there. So shout out to you, man. Fun show. Listen, man, we can have discussions without becoming a doom and gloom Xbox podcast. You know, there's so much doom and gloom. Why y'all need to hear? Update my shit. Update my new what? Update. What you mean update my shit? Update my what? Oh, my raw. Oh yeah, I'm out to bro. I'm about to update it. Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie. This bitch feel good in my hand. Feel good in my hand. Oh man, Dirt's the new young yeah. No, I'm just saying, man. I'm not, listen, bro. We have our criticisms about Xbox. We talk about it on podcasts. I'm not doing dedicated videos. I'm not doing dedicated negative videos about Xbox. Everybody else is doing it. What y'all don't want that from me? Let them do it. We'll talk about it on the podcast, but let them other Xbox guys or Xbox haters do it. No, I'm just being honest. I'm not doing dedicated negative Xbox videos. The last time I did a dedicated negative Xbox video was when they tried to double the price of Xbox Live Gold. That pissed me off. I was like, yo, Xbox, what? Y'all tripping. And then they kind of went back on it. So I was like, okay, good. So I know people want us to act a certain way, and I won't give you what you want, man. I'm not going to give you what you want because y'all Xbox shields. Okay. Y'all the fanboys. Anything else, you piece of shit? Y'all let Xbox do whatever they want. No, that's not true. It's just that I won't give you guys what you want. Pony's gonna clip. Oh shit, Dirt Griggity wants an Xbox. Nah. I can bash the shit out of him after the show. I'll call my homie. Yeah, you little motherfuckers talk about 30%. Nah. It's what it is, bro. Giggity with the 5. Getting my personal info hacked during PS3 GM made me no longer trust Sony. Yeah, I heard that a lot, bro. From a few people. This here's H-Town the 2. Hey, Chauncey, when they let you out, my boy Chauncey, man. You know, I'm an Xbox guy. Chauncey, what you doing, man? Silent Cypher with Defy. Dirt, very premium means more expensive than the previous systems. Plus, Amy Hood's punk ass 30%. I know what very premium means, Silent Cypher. I know I have a Detroit education, but come on, I'm not, you know. Strongium with the 2. Dirt, you're going to love the Steam Brotherhood. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. THX with the 2. In 2025, game is not about a single platform. It's not. It can't be. It's not, you know. It's not beneficial to just be a single platform, especially when you like PlayStation and Xbox and your games are super expensive to develop. It's not. THX with another 2. Couch gaming is 2000. It's about hybrid systems. Yeah, I just like, listen, even with the VR, when I went upstairs and played the VR, I played some of my games. It was through cloud, but it ran well and I played it. It was fire, bro. That VR is actually pretty cool. So now I got the VR, I got the handheld, you guys are awesome, man. This handheld is awesome, bro. Even though I ain't playing no games on it, it just feels great. It just feels great, man. I'm about to update this shit, bro. Gamer Live Studio with the 10. I'm all for it. That means no more cross-generation games. We don't have to worry about bad compat, more storefronts able to mod more games for free, able to have 2 apps running at the same time. Talk that shit, bro. Yeah. No more cross. Yeah. Xbox is moving towards the future, bro. Julio Tom with Defy. Dirt, my console only friend. You're about to unlock a whole new world of gaming by adding Steam to his handheld. Get ready for endless adventures. Yeah, I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. Thanks, bro. Gamer Live Studio Defy. If the next Xbox console could allow us to add an external GPU on the base model, we can do that right now on how the Rog Ally. The possibility is crazy. I don't know if the next console would have. I don't know what the next console is going to allow us to do, bro. We'll see. I think we'll find out way more about it next year. Because this year is almost over with. Only a couple more months. Next year is going to be huge, bro. It's going to be huge. Thank you, Therapist with the Fire. They're using him. He was a huge bot and he turned on Xbox. They're using him and he thinks it's solidarity. Listen, Mooch Podcast now. They live off of bashing Xbox. So any anti-Xbox guests, he tried to get some on. Yeah. Gamer Live Studio with 5. Let's not forget we can finally edit, go live on the Xbox console will be insane. You can download ops and about to edit on DaVinci and you upload YouTube. Oh my God. See, I don't know what you just said, but it sounds very interesting, bro. OBS, not ops. OBS. Okay, thank you. Download OBS. Thank you. Mandingo. Well, the homie Mandingo with the 10 said, Dirt, I'm not trying to be nasty. I could be the universe. The universe has me the universe has me destined to be the best erotic author. That said, just tell me I joined and the first word I hear was nuts. Is it me? I don't know, man. Maybe I did say juggernauts. THX with the 2. We bleed green, good or bad. Xbox for life. Shout out to you, THX. Thank you, everybody. About to go ahead and finish uploading this, downloading or updating this damn Rog Ally X. And see you guys tomorrow on TTS. You guys are freaking awesome, man. Thank you again for this. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, bro. Yobi, what's up, playa? Yeah, you know what? I was doing it, but I was charging it while I was doing it. Then I had ran to some part. It was asking me to put in the pin. I put in the pin, but it wouldn't go where I needed to go, so I just wait to do it later. Thank you, guys. See you guys tomorrow on TTS. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out, y'all.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
You don't call a person charcoal big bad Mo. That's not nice. Do you know how dark charcoal is, you asshole? I'm not Terry Rozier. That nigga is in jail. I am free, okay? I am free. I'm not the Knicks coach. Okay? Cordell Stewart. Jenna Spry, you old. Cordell Stewart. Yobi, don't stop it. I'm not Titus O'Neil, okay? Not Chauncey Black. Booker T. Hold on, who the hell called me Biggie Smalls? Dwight, no, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I am the Lions GM. Yeah, Steve Harvey. I never heard that one before, Victor. The hell out of here, man. Listen, I can't even talk right now. I love you guys for helping me get this Rog Ally. You guys are awesome. But at the end of the day, all of y'all are